so glad I don't have to do this. This rail. Oh, it's so nice to be back. It's nice to see you again. Nice rail. It's crazy that the first time I like fully hopped on this thing without my board was with you, Nigel.
Yeah, to walk down it.
Yeah, we walked down it. I can't believe that's like a video. But every time I do come to Long Beach, I have to come here at least once to say hello to this beautiful beast. Oh my gosh, dude, this thing is so gnarly. Look at the drop on the other side. How high off is it?
Woo! I never realized that before.
Right? Because that's what's on the other side of that wall down there.
Damn.
And the wall's like under head high. I always thought that I was gonna smash into the wall and go over it somehow.
Oh my god.
So weird. But maybe thinking about that helped me not think about the rail so much.
Exactly. Like just going for it, getting on, and you know.
Yeah, just such a gnarly, like it's such a high rail, you know what I mean?
It really is.
And then this crack here, like I totally thought that I would ollie before the crack or something. No, there was no way. With how high the rail is, I had to just roll through this crack.
Damn.
I had to just accept that the crack was there.
That's so bucked, dude, because that's pretty deep. Like, you could see that. You were just charging over it?
Yeah, that's like the only thing to do. I think it was bondoed on that side too. That was a funny thing. But there was just no not rolling over. Like I wasn't gonna ollie before that. Because
Yeah.
then the rail would have been like this high.
That's so gnarly. How far down do you think you got on most of them?
Probably right here.
Wow. Did you have to wax the rail at all or no?
No, with rails this long, you want to make sure they grind consistent, but you definitely don't want them to be too slippery
Yeah.
because you just end up going too fast.
So fast.
And I had to go so fast at it just because of how high it was.
Yeah.
So I'm like cooking at it, and then a freaking crack is like, it's so weird to like block out a crack because you know it's gonna affect you, but you have to pretend like it won't.
Yep.
And then, dude, when we originally came here to look at this rail, or to do the rail, oh man, I gotta walk you through the whole day, man. I was staying with Sean Hayes, practicing for the Olympics, like way back, dude. Staying in Long Beach at some Airbnb, like way the hell over there. Way the hell over there. We kind of decided what day we were gonna do this. It was whatever day DeVille was free, Saturday or Sunday. I think it was a Saturday. And well, today's the day, you know, it's the freaking day to do it. So we went to Cherry and freaking did the flat bar there. Did it really fast a bunch of times to get used to grinding really fast. And I did it really slow a bunch of times so I could get used to holding it forever. Dude. By far the biggest rail I'd ever looked at.
Yeah.
I think big rails like this, it's hard to pick them out because there's so many that have already been destroyed, you know? Like, and by destroyed I mean skated to shit. So doing a basic trick on it means nothing, even though it's the biggest thing you've ever done in your life. And it's really hard. So I think this wall has prevented a lot of tricks from going down on this rail.
Really? Because you're just coming out going so fast?
Yeah, like you're at the Long Beach Convention Center. Like everybody walks by this rail. There's spots all around it. It's not a secret spot. That's what I liked about it, was that everybody's been here. And they chose not to skate it. But
only like 3 tricks have gone down on it now, right?
yeah.
Like frontside 50-50, backside 50-50, and Smith grind. Yep.
And yeah. So the first time I ever saw this rail was one of my first times in Long Beach.
Uh-huh.
And I was on the road, dude. Sean convinced me to just leave my house and go on the road in my dad's car and see what happened. And I called up my friend. Webichodes, bro. Can't even. Such a crazy time, dude. Like, we were driving my dad's car, sleeping. I was sleeping in the driver's seat. He would sleep in the passenger seat, and we'd just like sleep at Denny's parking lots. I could not believe this rail, and I knew in my heart that I could do it. But it's so tall. Like, a lot of these big rails that people skate are at schools and things where like they make things extra small for kids. Like, this is like fully tall rail.
A big one.
But the reason I knew I could do it, the reason I knew it was possible, and I knew that I could do it even though it was tall or whatever, is because Hippie Mike made me 50-50 this rail in Surrey when I was 15, and it was only a 5-stair handrail, but it was the exact same height.
Wow.
It was the exact same manufacturer of rail.
Looked exactly the same.
It looked exactly the same, except for it was army green.
Whoa.
But like the same manufacturer, the same stairs, the same crack at the top, the same everything, the same angle. Like,
dang.
Just a 5-set versus a 29. Man, that was the worst part about this rail, is that it's not 30.
One more stair.
One more stair. That's why I had to do the Buellton rail.
Yeah.
Because I didn't break 30.
Yeah.
Ah, man, that so. But it has a kink, which is like adding 5 stairs. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I wanted to do this rail from the first time I saw it. Like, I saw this rail, I was like, this is the freaking rail for me. So much went into it. Hippie Mike taught me that I could skate this rail at age 15 on a fully 7-ply maple deck that I was like in such early development with like giant wheels and probably some tracker trucks, like the worst board ever for skating handrails, and I was already hopping on it. So
oh, dude.
I had the confidence there, but I knew I wasn't going to do it then. Holy crap, dude.
You know what I think is really crazy about the day you did it? Is that it was all wet.
Yeah.
There's water everywhere, dude. Like, it had like just rained. But I've seen you skate in the rain before, so I'm thinking you got here and you're like, oh, it feels like home. Feels like van.
Okay, well, what happened was when I arrived here, I had been amping myself up all morning. Sean was with me. Sean was amping me up, getting us ready, because today was the day. Today's the day we're going to do it. And went to Cherry, did all the proper warm-ups. Then we arrived here. I got Scott DeCenzo, DeVille Nunez, Sean Hayes, and myself all chilling. Roll up, it's wet. Like, but I'm already hyped up. Like, getting that hyped up is the real trick sometimes. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm already super hyped. Show up, there's puddles everywhere, and I'm like, whatever. Like, today's the day. I said today's the day earlier. I'm not gonna like back down on that. Today's the freaking day. So then we set up. I'm looking at the rail. I got my jacket on. I'm all kitted out. I'm like, okay, we got this. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready. You know, DeVille's setting up the camera, and security rolls up.
Oh.
And security is like, you're not gonna skate that thing, are you? And I was like, what? Seriously, do you think I can skate this? And he's like, get the hell out of here, like, beat it. So we got kicked out. So they were like watching us, and then we had to pack up all the gear. And then once we packed up all the gear, then they left. And it was like, game on. So we got kicked out before anything ever even happened. We were just staring at the rail. We got kicked out for looking at it. I was like, dude, seriously, you think I could skate this? Like, look at this. So then they went away, and I was like, okay, pressure's on. And then Scott DeCenzo's from Canada. So us Canadians, if we get in trouble with the law, we get in extra big trouble with the law because we're not from this country.
And you might not be able to come back.
We might, like, straight up get deported and never can come back to the United States. Or at least like 14 years or something crazy.
Whoa.
So Scott's off. He runs off. and he's watching Standard by. He's not affiliated, and he's kind of like our watchdog for the cops. For me, every time, like there's tons of cops around here. Every time a cop drives by, I'm like, security called them. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I have that like, oh my gosh, like I'm in danger energy going on, which helps me a lot of the time, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, security's right there. Land the trick perfect, you know? That's like my mentality. One last second left. Wow. So, first try, I just like touch the rail and fall. You know what I mean?
Jumped off.
I'm like, dude, I really got to get on this thing. Because you got to balance. So if the rail's this line, right? When you get on something low, you can kind of just get on and adjust. But when it's really high, you're reaching for it. You kind of get on like this, and then you have to actually get on. So my first few attempts, I'm like, I got on it, but I'm not over the rail, which works for any rail under like 15 stairs, because you're only on it for a split second. 10 stair handrail, you're on it like this, you're like shing, ka, you're off. But this is like shing, ka.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater style.
It's like, it's crazy. So, and I gotta find this flow state. I'm just learning about flow state, and I'm like, think I know what it is, you know? So, what was first try, eat crap. Second, third try, eat crap. Out of all those weird bails, because there's a couple bails where I put my foot down and then it hits the water and it goes sing, and my leg gets like super straight and I'm falling. Woo. And like, I don't even know how my legs didn't break at some of those. But the worst pain was heel bruising.
Oh my God.
So jumping off the rail, like, let's say like, on the rail, and you jump off from here, and you're floating, and then you land with your heel on the edge of that stair.
Oh.
And you realize like actually how high that is. It's like head high to here, just jumping off something.
It's a lot of impact.
So my heels were busted, bro. But I swear the wet ground saved me.
Because it'd slide a little.
Because it slides. So when I put my heel down, it didn't go bang. It went zing.
Yeah.
And that kind of worked in my favor. And then when I fell on the stairs, have you seen army guys like trained to go downstairs, fall down stairs?
Yeah.
They like ride it like a ramp.
Yeah.
So I was like kind of going down the stairs like that. So that was sick. Anyways.
How many tries do you think total it took you?
Probably about 10 or 15.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it wasn't bad. And that's what, to know that that's not bad is what you need to know if you want to be a skateboarder.
Yeah.
Like if you want to do a trick like this, like look at this rail. You want to skate that successfully, you got to be able to bail down that 14 times and still have enough lack of broken bones.
Oh.
Still not have broken anything so that you can keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you break your wrist, you're gonna stop. You break your leg, you can't keep going. Like there's actual physical barriers to stop you from trying again. So for me, I had all this pain and whatnot, but it was like, I can give up in all this pain, or I can push through the freaking pain, because what the hell else matters right now?
Yep.
And then when I finally did land it, I'm like landing, and I see the wall coming up. So I'm like, okay, worst thing possible is go like this, my hip hits, and I go over, boom. You know, then plinko down the container or whatever. So the exit plan on the wall was really important to me. So I had to, my buddy told me he went down this hill and stood on a wall for like 2 minutes one time. So that made me think like I got to do a power slide and like stick, and then take all my energy like this and then jump off. But what I didn't think about was the freaking heel bruise I'd get from premoing on the wall. So like my heel is so swollen already, and I just finally made it down this thing, and I go all that force into like heel bruise primo.
Oh my
primo
God.
stunt that.
Dude, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Oh my God.
My heel was so messed up. So like, I couldn't skate for like a month after that.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe 2 months until like actually skating.
Hey, that's how it is though, you know? For a trick like that, it's so worth it to make those sacrifices, because it's like, bro.
And like, who's that for? It's
Yeah,
for me, dude.
it's for you.
Like, that's like 5 years, 3 years, whatever it was, of me like looking at that rail when I was there with Webichodes, with Cody, and like, oh my gosh, dude, like it actually happened.
Yep.
It formulated into reality. And one thing that really tripped me out, dude, was how long this rail was and how much time you have to think. If you're doing a flip trick, it's like sing blah blah blah. But on this rail, what are you doing? You get on, you're still on, you get off. With most tricks, it's you get on, you get off.
Yep.
You get on, you get off. So I got on, and I like everything's kind of tunnel vision and it's all slow motion, and I have a moment where I'm on the rail going, this is it, do I jump off or do I stay on or what? And you're like faced with that choice, like in a video game when you get to a certain checkpoint and then you make a choice, and then it either like saves you or kills you. And like I got that cerebral experience of being in the middle of this rail and going, I got it. And like deciding that.
That's so rad, dude.
And then going back into the blackness.
Yeah.
Right? Like the flow state, the depths of flow state.
Yeah.
But to be able to have a memory out of the thing is quite amazing. To be on the rail, to actually feel your legs shaking, like, oh, I gotta hold this, and then be like, I'm gonna do it, and then come off. Like, that whole experience was so much more meaningful to me than the more normal experience of not having enough time on the rail to even process what's happening.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, you black out for the whole thing and then you land rolling away. Like when you jump off of something. I just love that balance, dude. I love balancing. And really what this was for me was at the time, I was practicing stationary grind stalls. So I'd stall 50-50 on a rail, stall Smith on a rail. And I was like, this is so sick, but what does it all mean? What does being able to stall on a rail mean if I can't grind a long rail? So this was me putting the stalled grinds to use.
Yeah.
And physically putting that out there into a street clip.
Yep.
So the equivalent for this, for me, my training, was finding a high ass flat bar, like super high, maybe even like around there, like upper hip bone, like above the pocket, like pocket or pocket to peak, and trying to stall it.
Damn.
Right, getting a high ass flat bar and trying to stall it. That's what
It felt like.
was. Yeah.
Well, sick, Andy. Thanks for the story. And Andy's going to be uploading some stuff on his YouTube channel soon, so his link to his YouTube channel is in the description below. Be sure to subscribe to him. And
Yeah.
be prepared. He'll start uploading stuff eventually, and you guys will be able to check out what he's going to do.
Oh, I gotta do the throwback.
Yeah, let's do it.
First person to attempt this rail, Frankie Hill. Ban this Cal Peralta video. Check it out. Watch Frankie Hill's part and ban this. It's the ender.
Wow. He had just attempted it.
Yeah, so his ender is like they set up a jump ramp and it's a square bar at that time.
Oh, no way.
And I think he did that one actually. Or no, it might have been this exact one. And then either way, it was the same amount of stairs. Jump ramp to board slide, and then before he gets to the bottom, they zoom into him.
So he did it or no?
No, he didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
But
That's a sick story.
But at the time, it was so gnarly to attempt it that attempting it was the trick.
Yeah.
Then I saw it, and I was like manifesting it. boom, Alex Midler came out with the back 50 down it.
Yep.
Alex Midler did a back 50 down this rail, and I was like, screw you, Alex Midler. I was just joking. No, what he did is he showed me that it was actually possible.
Yeah.
And he did it backside, so that left room for me to do it frontside. Because
Yep.
I wasn't going to do it backside. I was going to do it frontside. So then I'm getting ready. Me and Nigel came here, filmed the video of me walking down it. And then, right before, like, I'm amping myself out, I'm going to do it, you know, like, I'm going to do it next month. Like, come on, it's finally time, it's been years. I'm going to do it. Malik Simpson steps to the plate and front 50s it. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta get on this. Malik just did the trick that I've been thinking about for like 3.5, 4, 5 years. Like, what just happened? Like, I got the rug torn out from under. Like, okay, Alex did the back 50, but not, like, what's happening? So that is why the front Smith had to happen.
Became a reality.
Because I couldn't even warm up with the front 50.
Yeah.
Guys, you have people complaining about you guys up here on the bridge filming. You guys move along.
Okay, yeah, no problem, bro. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, good timing. Got kicked out the
Thanks,
spot.
man. We just finished.